Hello dear Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. I'm Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel Todayenergy. This is your monthly astrological forecast for the upcoming month of September. Now overall I would say September is a rather calm, astrologically speaking month. It's a good time to relax, to gather energy and power, because later in the autumn, and I mean October and November, will be a rather stormy astro weather, quite intense. So it's kind of the calm before the storm, because I remember there was some song, or maybe it's a line from a book or from a movie. Someone was saying, please stop the earth, I need to get off. So basically this is what many people would, I believe, experience October, November. So let's enjoy the peaceful months of September together. Now the month starts very nicely for you. On the 1st of September we have a sextile, a beautiful aspect of possibilities and luck between your ruler Mars and Jupiter, the planet of optimism and big happiness. So, of course, for you that means a lucky day, 1st of September, a day full of possible success and fame, recognition, depends what you are striving to achieve, of course, but you will have all the needed support in any case. Now, Mars is in your third house in Gemini, so you're very eloquent at the time, and Jupiter is in your sign, in your first house. So that's a great combo if you plan to perform on a stage, to give some speech, to be a speaker on a conference, to sign some contracts, agreements, papers, deals, to strike a deal of buy or sell. Maybe buy something indeed, sell something. Generally, communication-wise is a great day where you can be very convincing, very inspiring other people. Jupiter is the teacher, is the inspiration, is the mentor, so you can use it as offline as well as online. And of course, great day for taking exams, for dealing with your vehicle, for taking some short trips. On the 3rd of September, we have an opposition between Mercury in your 7th house and Jupiter in your first. Of course, every opposition is about us people finding the balance between these two planets and between the two houses of your natal chart they activate. So in this case, once again, Jupiter in your first house is your self-confidence, is your faith in yourself, in other people, your generosity, your optimism, you wanting to teach others the right way, to impose possibly your worldview and principles and beliefs, while Mercury in the 7th house is your partners. Personal partners, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, business partner, possibly even some institutions and organizations with whom you are dealing, people who are counselors, advisors in your life, and they have something to say, Mercury, right? So they want to speak, they want to communicate, negotiate. So actually it could be a great day for some deals if you manage to find compromise with these partners, people in your life. But mind you, at this moment, Mercury is already in its retrograde shadow phase, which means that the planet is passing some certain amount of degrees through its stellar way path, and Mercury will be soon after returning back the same path, the same way, so passing the same degrees. Then he will turn direct and he will go again forward through the same degrees. So what I mean by this is that the same opposition Mercury-Jupiter, first 7th house, the possibility to deal, to negotiate, to find compromise or even rather consensus will happen again on the 19th of September and then once again on the 12th of October. So if you don't find the right deal, the right contract, the right people right now, if you don't manage to strike an agreement, don't worry, maybe the final decision and resolution of this negotiations of this issue will arrive in the middle of October, around the 12th of October. And I say consensus rather than compromise because it's a very funny semantic difference. People think usually it's the same, or we rather tend to use more the word compromise. But in fact, compromise means two parties, let's say, or even more people involved in the issue, each of them to give up on something in order for everyone to be on the same level. So everyone would be equally unhappy. So this is not a nice deal, right? I would say consensus is way better because it means the parties involved in the issue to work together in order to find a proper new solution together. So brainstorm, think, and come to an agreement with a solution that will be the best for everyone. So let's seek for consensuses in life rather. On the 5th of September, Venus goes into Virgo, and for you this is your 6th house. Venus is lovely planet which always gives pleasure, support, love, money. And 6th house is work and health and daily business, duties, responsibilities, dealing with unpleasant issues oftentimes. So Venus here will mitigate your uncomfortable situations. Venus here will bring you good income from your decently performed work, or even some gratitudes and possibly as well finances if you help someone else. 6th house is how we take care of people who are in need, less fortunate people than us. Maybe some lady doctor or mentor or health instructor will come into your life to support you with your health path. Maybe if we talk about your house repairment activities, which are always a bit more unpleasant, let's say the truth, right? It's tension, it's like finding the right workers and so on. It's uncomfortable, but here Venus will be helping you beautify your home in the best way so you can be then happy. And of course maybe you're investing money into office activities, maybe hiring people and staff, beautifying your home or your office, taking care of someone, health procedures, beauty health procedures, something like going to a spa resort, massage, doing some yoga, acupuncture, lifting, and something to basically feel good and look good. Venus will be here for 24 days. On the 10th of September, we have at the same time two astrological events. The first one is a full moon, which will happen in Pisces. So the moon will be at 17 degrees of Pisces. That is your 12th house, dear Aries. So full moon in the 12th house can mean several things. Of course, it can mean a culmination of your stay in isolation, of your stay in a clinic, in a hospital, in an island. So maybe you are coming back home. Maybe it's an ending of some online remote work and project, ending of a deep psychological work, introspection, through which you can gain clarity, revelations, very important secrets can come up to the surface about you or about your past. Maybe something is revealed from your own subconscious, because 12th house is basically all this iceberg below the surface, which is our memories from early childhood, past lives, prenatal phase, the subconscious thoughts basically. Maybe you'll find something that you have lost before. You will realize how much have you spent on something. Some losses possibly could be money realized at this time, or a period of losses can be ended. Yeah, remember, full moons are completions. But I'll try to record, as usually I do, separate video about this lunation. Maybe you are realizing, in the best possible case, that could be a fruition of some project, a charity project, yeah, because 12th house is when we help others as well, when we give unconditionally to other people, love, support, but also maybe even financial help. So charity work would be great here. News about your health, ending of your treatments, of staying in a spa, resort, or rehabilitation center, fighting with success, finally overcoming your bad habits could be as well here the result. And at the same time, Mercury stations to go retrograde. Stations meaning that the planet is in one same degree on the sky and barely moves. In fact, there are a couple of days in which it doesn't even move. So Mercury is stationed at the 8th degree of Libra, and that's your 7th house, since the 6th of September. So from the 6th of September till, let's say, the 12th, basically the planet of reasoning, communication, thinking, planning, posts, emails, messages, it's quite stuck. It's quite stuck, it's not certain, it's confused, so not the best time for mercurial topics overall. Once again, I'll try to record a separate video about Mercury retrograding this September. For you, Mercury rules 3rd and 6th house, so we're talking about stagnation or confusion, misunderstandings with siblings, with neighbors, with the kind of your local environment, some issues with your vehicle, with documents, education, online activities, trading. At the same time, Mercury will be retrograding in your 7th house of communication, relationships with others, partnerships. So don't be surprised if your partners act a little bit weird or kind of deceive you, but not intentionally, possibly. And then, of course, Mercury starts going backwards, retrograding till the 2nd of October, when the planet again will stop and go direct. So retrograde period, it's 3 weeks usually. So it doesn't mean that we should stop communicating with people, but maybe you will be re-evaluating, revisiting some relationships, some business deals, maybe re-signing contracts or thinking about it, planning. Researching the best words for Mercury retrograde, and especially in the 7th house, is yes, maybe you will be going back to some old people, clients, colleagues, consultants once again in your life, or they will call you back. Maybe your old ex-partners will reappear in your life, so it's up to you to decide if you want to re-establish your relationships with them. Second chances might be given here, of course, but yeah, don't worry to research, to ask questions, to basically compare and weight, like on scales, right? Because Mercury, the planet of thinking, thoughts, and communication, is in the sign which is the only unanimated sign of the whole horoscope, right? Because Libra is like scales, old-fashioned scales, which means we can write down objectively all the pros and all the cons of some decision and then check the list and basically make a decision according to the list. So no emotion, no passion, no biases here, only objectivity and weighting on the scale. All right, on the 16th, we have a little bit of intense day because your ruler Mars squares Venus, the ruler of your partners. So yes, here we can have classical conflicts between genders, female, masculine, feminine, masculine gender, because a square is, of course, an intense energy that we have to deal with. It can mean passion. It can definitely mean some passionate discussions in Italian style, I would say, or kind of southern Mediterranean style. But certainly there's some, as we say, sharp edges, sharp corners that you have to somehow, try to overcome some disagreements and possible conflicts. With partners, maybe it's about work environment, colleagues at work, business partners. Maybe it's something related to business travels, to documents, papers. Maybe you will have troubles with the PR department of your company. Or maybe it's related to some health examination results might be unclear, arguing with doctors, maybe it's about your car repairment. Yeah, because Venus is in your 6th house of work and health and daily issues, and Mars is in your 3rd house of papers, communication, online business promotions, and your close environment, like neighbors, possibly. Maybe there will be arguments with neighbors because of a leak in your building. But don't worry, it's just one day, so forewarned, forearmed. On the 17th, the Sun makes an opposition to Neptune. That's on your axis of 6th and 12th houses. Once again, opposition means you have to find a balance between these two energies. Sixth house is hard work, is taking care of the material, physical things, helping others, but do some practical stuff for yourself or for them or for your family. Well, Neptune in the 12th house is classically your sleep, your dreams, your visions, maybe the desire to isolate yourself, to meditate, to heal, through some spiritual practices. By the way, the same energy will be felt on the 24th of September when Venus in your 6th house will do the opposition to Neptune in the 12th. Of course, it might be a day where we all collectively feel a bit more distracted and tired because Neptune, such is the energy of this planet of dreams, of parallel universes and different realities. So, hey, on the other hand, it's a great day for creativity, creative projects, artsy projects, imagination, visualization, charity work, spiritual practices as well, I would add here, traveling somewhere near water, doing some retreat exercises, health exercises in water, maybe like this aqua aerobics, or go with your group of especially on the 24th, Venus would represent partners, women in your life, so go with other ladies to some health retreat, for example, would be great. Also, I must say that every opposition is like a culmination point of a process that has started when the planets were conjunct. And in this case, Sun conjunct Neptune in your 12th house on the 13th of March. So maybe you want to recall what was going on in your life around the 13th of March. Maybe it was related to remote work, places of isolation, health, charity projects, spiritual activity, psychological work. What else? Possibly related to health or your dreams. Maybe it's something to do with ending a bad habit, like, I don't know, drinking or daydreaming too much, for instance. Yeah, Neptunian topics, drugs, alcohol. Maybe it was the beginning of you applying for a job in some faraway land, somewhere overseas, and now you have the results of your interview, or now you have the interview basically. Or something related to emigration and relocation, to especially to an island land and country. On the 19th, the Sun makes a trine to Pluto. Now, that's a good day. Now, normally Pluto is a dark planet associated with some fears and horrors, but when we have a trine, that means that the two planets cooperate beautifully. So the Sun, of course, is the drive, health, ambitions in your 6th house, especially about work and health and daily projects. And Pluto is in your 10th house, Capricorn. So that's a great focus, motivation, energy to achieve your professional goals, to exert your right to be on a top management level, to maybe achieve a promotion or at least a recognition, or even for some of you it might be going on a maternity leave or pension, but in any case it's with a great dignity and great success. Maybe you receive some remuneration for your efforts. Pluto usually is a planet of huge finances, business, so maybe you're opening your own business or striking some important work deal. Also, it's good for health, for exercises. Pluto gives immense amount of power, and 6th house is how do you care of yourself in order not to give up on your body and on your health. So Pluto can give here as well a lot of strength to possibly start or finish a diet or regime or fitness routine. Same aspect we have repeated on the 26th of September when Venus does the trine to Pluto, and because Venus classically rules your partners, so maybe this will be a day of great passion between you and your personal partners, and good possibility for business negotiations and deals. On the 23rd, the Sun goes into Libra, into your 7th house, and on the 23rd in the morning, 9 a.m., 9:45 a.m., the Sun at 0 degrees of Libra conjuncts Mercury retrograding. Now, yeah, while Mercury is retrograding, it's a little bit more confusing times for all the mercurial topics we mentioned already, but this is a very special moment in which Mercury is Kazimi. It's right at the center of the Sun, and Mercury is the messenger of gods, and the Sun represents the highest deity, the creator of life. So we literally can receive a fax from the creator, from the universe. It can be very important revelation, recognition, message, news, something that maybe even you wouldn't notice on a conscious level, but subconsciously it will be there, from whether you're browsing your news on the phone or listening to the news on TV while preparing your breakfast. And by the way, this time, 9:45 a.m., is Eastern European Daylight Saving Time. So for more precision for your time zone, you want to adjust this time for your time zone, because the timing here is important, up to, I would say, up to the minute. Especially, this is 0 degrees of Libra. When planets are at 0 degrees, they are like newborn babies, you know, they're so excited for the new adventures, the new life, starting some new project. They're full of kind of passion, zest for life, yeah, no fear yet. It's like the Fool card from the Tarot Major Arcanas, the Fool. Leap with a faith to the future. And yeah, this is your 7th house, so maybe the message will come through your partners, through someone else. They will write you or call you at this time. So be thoughtful, be present, and try to attune yourself to the environment on the 23rd in the morning, and you might get some brilliant advices, suggestions, revelations about or by the important people in your life. Well, then on the 26th, we have a new moon at 2 degrees of Libra, 7th house again, of course, and you will feel it the most if your ascendant-descendant line is at 2 degrees of this axis. You can easily check it online by building your natal chart, but for these points, you need to know your precise time of birth, the hour and minutes. Well, new moon in 7th house can bring you new deals, new people, new possibilities for contracts, agreements, new proposals by people in your life, maybe even marriage proposals. But just keep in mind, remember that Mercury is retrograde, and this new moon opposes Jupiter in your 7th house. So maybe you are over generous, over optimistic, over idealistic. Yeah, Jupiter is a bit too much and over sometimes, but it's always a good stuff anyways. In any case, Jupiter always gives the faith that everything is going to be fine. Maybe just here a little bit of pink color glasses, you know, about your partner. So double, triple check all the information, especially about people, colleagues, advisors, clients, and so on. Documents, especially deals. And on the 29th, Venus as well joins the party here in your 7th house by going into Libra. So, wow, that's a brilliant time for love, for romance with your loved ones, spending good time with your friends, enjoying proper, peaceful, balanced business negotiations. Venus can bring money from deals with others, with companies, and definitely consensus and lovely agreement with the others in your life. I must say that at the end of the month, on the background, we all experience collectively the final time Saturn squares Uranus, Uranus squares Saturn. This is the energy we were living through the whole last year, 2021. And now, for the last time, these planets are touching each other through this uncomfortable energy of a square. So Saturn is in your 11th house. Saturn gives some delays in a sense of your collaborations, or you wanting to join or leave a company, a shared venture, a corporation. Maybe your friends are rethinking something and delaying you in your common projects. And on the other hand, Uranus is in your second house, and Uranus wants freedom, liberation, excitement, something new, something modern, technical, advancement in the way you make money, in the way you spend money, or on what you spend money, in the way you live and your possessions. Maybe you want to modernize your home, buy some new gadgets, start working from home, become a freelancer, diversify your incomes. Maybe you don't want to work anymore only for one company, but for several. But, Saturn puts the brakes for now on those ideas before you make this quantum leap into the future of finances. Maybe you want to trade bitcoins or other cryptocurrency, while Saturn on common level, you see what is going on at the moment, not very good with the stock market of these digital currencies, I would say. But anyways, I'm not a financial expert, of course, but there is some unpleasant feeling, uncomfortable feeling regarding work, salary, finances, and people with whom you generally have to collaborate and cooperate, whether they're friends or just colleagues at work. So, dear Aries, don't worry, the final resolution of this large-scale, intense energy, rather conflict, will come in October, when the planets start separating from this square. That's how September looks like for you, Aries. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing with your loved ones these videos. I hope you find them useful for you. Take good care of yourself, stay healthy, have a lovely month of September, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.